The most dangerous thing about procrastination is not delay. It's the illusion that you still have time. Until time proves you wrong, and all that's left is regret. Quiet. Not peaceful quiet. The kind of quiet that presses on your chest. Procrastination doesn't steal your time in one moment. It robs you quietly, day by day, until one morning you wake up and realize the life you planned was only lived in your head. I want to tell you about a man. This is not a story. This is a mirror of reawakening. The street is empty. A single streetlight flickers above him. Jason sits on the curb. 40 years old. Same job. Same struggle. Same excuses. Now turned into regrets. His delivery bag rests beside him. Packages for other people's lives. Other people's progress. Other people's dreams. But none for him. He leans forward. Elbows on his knees. Then slowly, his hands cover his face. And for the first time in years, he stops pretending. No more I still have time. No more I'm figuring it out. Just truth. Raw. Heavy. Unavoidable. A whisper escapes him. I should have started. And that's when it hits him. Not like motivation. Not like inspiration. But like fear. Because time doesn't shout. It doesn't warn you. It just moves. Quietly. And while you are thinking, planning, waiting to feel ready, time is already deciding your future without your permission. You don't suddenly become 40. You become 41 ignored day at a time. One day, you will either say, I'm glad I started when I did, or I wish I started when I could. The difference is what you do today. No, let me take you back to where everything started. They were four friends, and a clock none of them could see. Back in high school, they were inseparable. Every lunch break, same table. Same noise, same dreams. Ethan would lean forward first, always confident, always certain. After college, he'd say, I'm building a tech company. Not just any company. Something global. Marcus would laugh, adjusting his sketchbook. They'll be working for one of the biggest architectural firms in the world. Skyscrapers. Cities. Legacy. Daniel would tap the table with quiet intensity. I'm going into finance. Investments. I want to be known worldwide. Sophia, the only girl among them, would smile. Calm. Focused. I'm going to work for one of the toughest companies in the United States. The kind that only takes the best. And then, there was him. Jason. The smartest of them all. The one teachers praised. The one everyone believed would go the farthest. They would all turn to him. Jason, what about you? He would stretch, finish his food slowly, then stand up. I have time, he'd say casually. There's too much in my head to even begin explaining. They'll figure it out. Not now. They'd laugh. And somehow, they believed him. Because Jason didn't look like someone who would fail. Years passed. They graduated high school at 18. At 20, all four of them went to college. Different states, different paths, same hunger. Jason, he stayed home. At first, it didn't seem serious. Just taking a little time, he said. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Months. Into years. Every morning, his mother would knock. Then knock harder. Then open the door. And there he was. Still asleep. 10 a.m. Sometimes 11. Jason. She'd shout, hitting the bed with a broom. Get up. Go and do something with your life. Head groan, turn over. I have plans, Mom. Big plans. I just need time to figure them out. Time. That word became his hiding place. At 23, his friends were deep into their degrees. Jason started doing delivery jobs. Just temporary, he told himself. They'll figure it out soon. At 25, his friends were graduating with bachelor's degrees. Ethan launched a startup right after college, a small software company that grew faster than anyone expected. Marcus got hired by a top architectural firm in Chicago, designing buildings that would outlive him. Daniel joined a major investment firm in New York, managing portfolios worth millions. Sophia? She got into one of the toughest consulting companies in the United States. Long hours, high pressure, but she thrived. Jason? Still delivering packages, still thinking. Then one day, at 27, everything changed. He was on a delivery route when he saw it. A sleek, black luxury car pulled up near a mall. The door opened, and out stepped Ethan. Sharp suit, confident walk, phone pressed to his ear. Jason froze. His heart started pounding. He quickly stepped behind a cart, hiding. Why? Because something inside him broke. That night, he went home and opened their old group chat. Photos, success stories, achievements. Ethan, CEO of a growing tech company. Marcus, standing in front of a skyscraper he helped design. Daniel, speaking at a global finance conference. Sophia, traveling across countries, leading corporate strategy meetings. Jason stared at the screen. His chest felt tight. Then he whispered to himself, I can still do it. I can become an architect, an engineer, even a doctor. I can start a company too. It's all in my head. I'm just figuring it out. I still have time. But time was not waiting. At 30, nothing changed. At 32, nothing changed. At 35, still delivering packages. His friends, they weren't just successful anymore. They were established, recognized, respected. They had built momentum. And Jason, he had built excuses. Then came 40. No degree, no skill, no direction, just regret. He was still delivering packages. But now his body was tired. His energy wasn't the same. His confidence was gone. One evening, after a long day, he sat alone. No noise, no distractions, just silence and truth. He whispered again. I thought I had time, but this time, it didn't sound confident. It sounded like fear, because now he understood something he had ignored his entire life. Time didn't wait for him. Time didn't slow down. Time didn't care. He erased the truth that should shake you. Jason was the smartest, not the weakest, not the least talented, the smartest. But intelligence without action is nothing. Dreams without execution are illusions. And I still have time is the most dangerous lie you can ever tell yourself. Right now, you are closer to Jason than you think. Ideas in your head, plans you haven't started, goals you keep postponing. You say, they'll start tomorrow, next month, when I'm ready. But listen carefully. You are not running out of ideas. You are running out of time. Because one day, you will wake up, and you won't be 20 anymore. You won't be 25. You won't even be 30. And the most painful thing won't be failure. It will be realizing you never even tried. So, erase the question. How long will you keep saying, I still have time, before time proves you wrong?
Excuses are comfortable. They feel safe. They sound reasonable. They even look intelligent. But do not be deceived. Excuses are the most dangerous lies, because you tell them to yourself. I don't have time. I'm not ready. It'll begin when things are perfect. Listen carefully. Perfection is a myth that keeps you still. While you wait, others move. While you justify, others build. And while you hesitate, life moves on without you. There is a cost to every excuse, and it is not small. It costs you growth. It costs you opportunities. It costs you the version of yourself that could have existed. Rise. Every time you choose an excuse, you are not protecting yourself, you are abandoning your future. And the tragedy? You will not notice it immediately. It will show itself years later. In regret, in what could have been, in the quiet realization that you had time, but you traded it for comfort. So decide right now. Not tomorrow. Not later. No. Rise, because time does not wait for courage. It rewards action. And excuses? They will sit beside you. whispering, calming you, convincing you to stay exactly where you are. Until staying becomes your life, break that pattern.